Up in the ring, we've got the makings of a lot of action and something which you have never seen before. Let's let Boyd Pierce tell you about it.
This event, no limit to the number of falls. A Texas death match rules mean no disqualification, must be a winner. There will be a 30-second rest period between falls, and then the count of 10. Match continues until one man cannot answer the bell, and the loser will leave the ring in the coffin. Your contestant, on my right, from Austin, Texas, at 265 pounds, the American Dream, Living Stardust, Dusty Rhodes. Across the ring, 245 pounds, Mr. Russia, Ivan Koloff.
So Ivan, well, let's listen to Boyd again and see what happens. No, there is
I want it
a...
in the ring. I want the coffin inside the ring.
Boyd Pierce has just, rather Dusty Rhodes has just announced over Boyd Pierce's microphone that he wants the coffin in the middle of the ring. Ivan Koloff is saying he wants it out. Somebody's going to get a ride in the coffin, and it's going to stay in the ring. Here is the bell for the start of fall number 1. Now this match could last 1 fall or it could last 20 falls, but one thing is certain, that somebody is going to win this match. What is going to happen here right now is that the coffin is going to be placed in the middle of the ring. One of the objects is to put a man into that coffin, and he will, when he can't wrestle anymore, and he's going to be carried out of the ring. That's Ivan Koloff, the rugged Russian bear, and the all-American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, as he blasts away at the Russian's obvious target. And Dusty is now just doing a war dance around the ring and around the coffin. The coffin's a focal point here. The Russian said he was going to bury all American wrestlers. And Dusty Rhodes says he ain't going to bury me. And as a matter of fact, it was his idea to have that coffin as part of the match, and to have a Texas death match in which a man would really go into a coffin. Texas death matches continue until one man is unable to continue. Koloff is a tough customer, and notice them assiduously avoiding contact with that box up in the ring. It could be something that could cause an injury, maybe having it up there, but then the guy takes a chance in a Texas death match, no matter how things are. Dusty Rhodes, colorful as they come, and here he is taking punishment from a man who never considers himself colorful, just totally red. He carried a red shovel into the ring here for months. And as this match takes place, Dusty Rhodes is out to end his claim that he is going to bury anybody, particularly an American wrestler. So the pine box, complete with all the trimmings on the inside, awaits either Ivan or Dusty. Stick with us. Dusty trying his best now to entice Ivan over to struggle over the coffin. Those are hard boots. That's tough punishment to take. Dusty starting to wilt. Here is Ivan to drop in there and to cause Dusty problems. Again, the Russian with the Russian Sputnik dive off the ropes, and a crotch hold, a lift, a slam, and Ivan Koloff goes for the pin, but he didn't get it. There is a quick wrap up, and Dusty Rhodes has the shoulders of Ivan Koloff pinned to the canvas.
Winner of the ball, 4 minutes, 10 seconds, Dusty Rhodes.
So Dusty Rhodes takes the first fall of this battle, and
15 seconds.
the short intermission period between falls as Dusty Rhodes just stares
3,
at
2, 1, the bell.
Ivan Koloff, and the bell sounds. Now remember, the number of falls is not what wins this match. To win this match, oh, now we've got a cheer going on, and the cheer is USA. You hear that? USA, 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 USA. And the Russian has a low boiling point. Dusty has reached it, and he's got him totally irritated. And this, of course, is part of the strategy of Dusty Rhodes in this battle here at the Sam Houston Coliseum in Houston, Texas. Dusty tends to stay a little closer to that coffin than the Russian does. The Russian very upset as he agreed to this match, if agreed is the term. But now, as he tries to blast Dusty, he missed his target. Dusty fights back in magnificent fashion. Here he is setting up of Koloff, but he set him up, and look what Koloff did. Blasted him right smack in the jaw. Now falls are even. Each
1
one has
minute,
a fall.
36 seconds. The winner of the second fall, Ivan Koloff.
The second fall goes to Ivan Koloff. We'll be back here in a moment. We better stay here. All right, we'll be back here in a moment after this word from the studio. All right, the intermission period.
5,
Here is
4, 3,
the count.
2, 1.
The USA chant is coming up. Dusty Rhodes getting the backing of the fans all the way. USA, USA. They are screaming, they are hollering. They are convinced that the man who is going to win this match has to be Dusty Rhodes. Dusty doing the crowding, and Ivan Koloff lowering the boom, Russian style. That wild foot of his covers a lot of territory. And we've got the Russian on the concrete, Dusty Rhodes after him, and Dusty Rhodes trying to introduce him to a chair at the ringside and to blast him if he can outside the ring to make it more difficult for him to get back. And he belted him, he brought it down, and he chomped away at it. So the chair has done its work. Dusty is still out there, but so is the Russian, and Dusty is trying to make it unprofitable for the Russian to either stay out there or to come back, and the Russian has been hit on the head with a chair, and he is bleeding from the contact. And as Dusty gets closer to that coffin, the fans are screaming for him to get the Russian up in the coffin. Dusty Rhodes has met the fury of Ivan Koloff, who, blood running all over his face, now has divested himself of one boot and is using that boot to try to belt Dusty Rhodes into defeat. He's gotten a few good licks in, and now he's getting the boot back on. I think he's got an effective way of using it when he has it on his foot. So Ivan Koloff with a chair, and this time blasting Dusty Rhodes in the manner that Dusty handed it to him just a short time ago. Dusty bleeding from the effects of the chair, bleeding badly, bleeding worse than the Russian, and the Russian is trying to put him in the coffin. He is likely to succeed. He's got a better chance than he had just a while ago, and the pushing and the shoving by Ivan Koloff is met with roars for Dusty Rhodes, trying to encourage Dusty to battle on, and both of them now bleeding badly as Dusty starts a barrage of left hands, looks for a place to land with that elbow if he possibly can. Crotch hold, slam. Dusty Rhodes tried to splatter him down to the canvas, and here is perhaps I thought it might be a fall for the Russian. He was sure trying to score it. So rabbit punch, and that's a good way to kill a rabbit. The effort by Dusty Rhodes could gain him the third fall. He did. Dusty Rhodes gets the third fall. But that is not.
The winner of the fall, 3 minutes 49 seconds, Dusty Rhodes.
And Dusty Rhodes has won the third fall, but he's continuing to wrestle, trying to push the Russian into the waiting
15
coffin.
seconds. 10.
So seconds are being ticked off.
5,
Dusty
4,
looking
3, 2,
balefully across that bloody vision of his at the man who caused it. And as the American Dream starts to come in there to come in contact with the Russian, he catches a barrage. Somebody'd like to be the first man to be able to put him in that coffin, put his opponent in that coffin. Dusty is trying, but so far he has maybe the best effort to this point. He is straining, trying to push, trying to do something about it. And with one foot literally in the grave, Ivan Koloff was able to come out, and he lays it to Dusty Rhodes, and the All-American Dream is catching it in his bloody head right now. The crotch hold, but he can't lift that leg. Dusty's fighting. Dusty doesn't want to be put in that coffin, and he's not going to be put in that coffin. He has managed now to fight his way out, and with Koloff bleeding badly up in that ring, he's gone for a fall. He's got a fall. Now that is the fourth fall. Now we still
The winner of the fourth fall, 1 minute 30 seconds, Ivan Koloff.
So stay right with us, and we'll be back here in a moment, right after we have this word from the studio. So
15
the
seconds.
15 seconds still remaining in this intermission period. We're able to hold it up due to the miracle of
5,
videotape.
4, 3, 2, 1, the bell.
Fall number 5. Now remember, this could take any number of falls, but all of these things take something out of a man. So there is a limit to what people can take. And Ivan Koloff is banging Dusty's head up against one of the handles on this coffin, and Koloff is trying his best now to get the American Dream up in that box. He has not yet been able to complete Oh, this is bad for Dusty, but Dusty came around with a right arm and clobbered the Russian alongside the head. A lot of give and take. Russian is tough. Dusty is tough. It's a tough match. Give and take, and Dusty just caught it. Whoa! He almost fell back into the box that time, and if he had, it would have been the end. The Russian trying to leap on Dusty Rhodes, and he landed with his leg on the box. And the Russian was in the box. Crazy as Dusty Rhodes scores the win over Ivan Koloff, and now comes the part that will be best of all. Ivan Koloff will be carried to the dressing room in the coffin in which he now rests. We'll be back here in a moment after we have this word from the studio.